Alright, welcome. This is Mildly Fatigued with Adam and Caleb.
Hell yeah.
What's up? You have anything to start off with?
I moved into a new house. My shit takes up half the room. So there's a tiny walk space between the door, the computer, and the spot where I climb over the chair to get onto my bed.
Oh, okay, so thinking about it now, so they got rid of the closet space so that you can have a computer space?
Yeah.
That wasn't a very good trade. Yeah, you should just buy a shit ton of boxes and just organize it all. That's all I would do. I'd just have a dirty clothes box and a clean clothes box, and then everything else in just boxes, you know what I mean?
Well, most of it is in boxes. It's just the big shit that takes up all the space.
I want to say find more boxes for that big shit. You had the fucking computer screen just sitting there, even though... Wait, why do you have an extra computer screen?
Oh, that's from Guns.
But I thought you already had one.
I did, but when I moved into Guns' room, he's like, "You want to use that monitor?" I'm like, "Sure."
Oh, so what'd you do with yours?
It's still in a box in the room.
Okay, so you had dual setup. Sick. It's not like he gives a shit.
Those two monitors on the desk aren't mine either. Those are Nolan's.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait, where's Nolan?
Nolan's in college.
Oh yeah, where does he go to school?
He goes to a Navy school somewhere in San Francisco or something.
It's interesting. You know, are those monitors sick as fuck?
Huh?
Are those monitors sick as fuck?
The first one, or the one I actually have plugged in, is just a TV, literally. So yeah, I guess.
Yeah, fuck it. So yeah, basically the last thing you guys heard was, "Fuck, I don't know what I'm gonna do," and now it's like, okay, I'm living with Hayden. And how long do you expect to live there?
Hopefully 2 weeks.
And how long would you be willing to live there?
Till I have a van.
Oh, okay. I know, but isn't that basically until March? Alright. Because when she leaves?
Oh. I mean, her leaving wouldn't be I leave the area, so.
But I'm saying, that's really the only thing that's keeping you here. You know what I mean? In the podcast.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was talking about this earlier, but the feel of the house is a lot better, just because I know these people.
And it's just easier to get along with them?
Yeah.
It's not hostile. Everywhere you go.
It's not see Henry in the fucking dinner room and just duck my head and fucking go in the hallway as quick as possible.
That's so interesting, because mine, for me, it's I've known them forever, you know what I mean? So it's not even the fact that it was hostile or they didn't know them. It's just that I don't care about talking with people, you know what I mean? I was fine with just going to my room.
I'm not too much of a talker, but I can handle it with a lot of people. It's just when it's those, when it was Henry and her, it was I don't fucking know these people and they could kick me out at any moment, so.
They basically did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what, did they just leave?
They were packing shit, so I assume they did. She did not seem to like the van thing.
What?
When I told her I was gonna move into a van, she's like, "Oh, you're too good for that." Da 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 da. It's I've wanted to do this since I was 16.
Yeah. I've been saying this for years.
Yeah, and then she kept trying to debate it, and I'm like, all right, whatever. I just went along with it just to stop the conversation.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
So what, you're fine, I won't do it, or what?
I just said, I just kind of muttered. And
Yeah.
said I was going to Hayden's.
You're well, I'll find out when I'm with Hayden's. I'll choose. And you're fuck that, I'm getting the van life.
Yeah.
Today I went to the fucking glasses people to get another pair of glasses. And I how do I say this? I wanted something different, like not like so round, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then I ended up getting like roundish ones. And but I was like looking at like more like boxer ones and shit like that. I'm like, I don't really know. And then the two that I chose, I'm like, no matter what I choose, it's gonna be something that like people expect me to wear. Does it make sense? So I got like these pretty decent glasses that are like, they're kind of round. They're basically like this but without this part. You know what I mean? And they're not like, they're more round. And yeah, so that's all I did today. And I shopped around for glasses.
Was it one of those expensive ones?
No, they're cheap. That's why I went there. They're only like, it was like $50 for the frame, $10 for the glass, and I got like some special glass for $20 or something like that. So I paid like $70.
Do you know what Adam Ruins Everything is?
Yeah.
Show. They did an episode on the mall, and they were talking about how the glasses at like malls and shit like that.
Like a rip you off.
It's like a monopoly. There's a company called Luminix that controls like everything. So if you want like decently priced shit, you have to go online.
Damn. I should. Now that I think about it, he told me, he's like, if you want to get these frames replaced, we can do that too. I'm like, how much is it? And he's like, $10 for the plastic ones and $20 for the poly, with the special ones. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, wow, I can just get a frame online that I like and take it there. You know what I mean? So I do that. Because I paid $70. What if I paid $15 for a frame?
Yeah.
All other topics. That's all I had to say for my.
When are you gonna go put up the light?
Oh, Teresa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I called her, when was it? Yesterday? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. And I was talking to her. And she was like, yeah, Adam told me that you had the drill bits and he brought the drill. I'm like, yeah, sorry, I couldn't find my drill.
When we go back to the house, remind me and I'll give it to you. So that
I'll hold on to it.
Yeah. What else is there? Oh, there's some fucking... I forget what day it was. Were you with me? Oh, it was the day I moved out. I went to her house, and she was all pissy because nobody was there till like fucking 9 a.m. or 9 p.m.
What do you mean no one was there?
Like, I was busy moving out.
Oh.
I told him the night before I was like, here. She would call it.
What's he doing? Fucking blasting music?
Yeah, he's got like a bunch of palms and shit like that in the back of his truck.
Yeah. Is he just sitting there looking at
it? He just sat there. He's doing something.
Oh, okay.
Turn off his music.
That's why he probably looked up, saw us. He's like, oh shit.
What was I talking about?
Great, he's going this direction.
He's doing the dumpsters.
Oh.
So I was moving. Oh yeah. So I came back, and
she's sort of hostile or toxic.
Yeah. Do you remember the vacuuming part or bit?
Where you had to vacuum around the house?
Yeah. I fucking hate vacuuming.
Uh-huh.
And the first time when she asked me, I'm like, how much would you want me to do? And she's like, oh, a couple rugs. So I'm like, all right, whatever, I'll do that. Then when I actually pull it out, she's like, can you vacuum the whole fucking house? Yeah. So I'm like, whatever. And I just went through as many rooms as I could. And I skipped her room, most of her room, and then like the stretching room. And I did the rest of the house. And then when I got there, she's like, you didn't do the room or the stretch room, did you? I'm like, no. So she had me do those. And she was being kind of passive aggressive about the fact that I didn't use the fucking wand instead of the actual thing. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And I pulled it out and I hooked it up.
Fucking wand, yeah.
And the wand doesn't have any suction at all, and the runner inside of it does not work. So I fucked around with that for a second. I went over and told her. She's like, all right, and I used the thing. Well, I was trying to figure out how to get the vacuum to work how she wanted it because, I wanted to see if I could fix the runner first, and that didn't work. And then she wanted me, or I tried to see if I could get the vacuum, like, bottom part to actually switch mechanisms for, like, floor, or hard floor, carpet, shag carpet kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I was doing that for a bit, and then I gave up on that. Put it up, started the vacuum, started going, and then you texted me, and we were waiting for that text. So I pulled it out, looked at the text, and then she walks in and goes, "Oh, you're just wasting time, da-da-da-da-da."
Yeah.
And,
You're like, Caleb just texted me?
yeah, I was like, Caleb just texted me, "Oh, that was gonna be the exception, da-da-da-da." And then I vacuumed the room, and she walked in, she got all fucking pissy because there was dust everywhere. I'm like, I can't smell it, I don't see it.
Yeah.
I have a bad sense of smell, so it's not like I was going to pick that up. But she was upset about that. And then I just said, like, do you want someone else to do it? Because I fucking hate vacuuming, and this is apparently a problem. Oh yeah, when she walked in and saw me looking at my phone, she's like, "Don't you understand that I'm upset that I've paid 5 hours for vacuuming and it's not done yet?" Da-da-da-da.
I'm not sick.
I haven't been vacuuming for 5 hours either.
Huh?
So I wasn't vacuuming for 5 hours either.
It's like, I don't know, you just should be like, I'm getting my van, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And she admitted later that she was being pissy, so.
Okay.
What the fuck is this guy doing?
Is he still facing us?
No, he turned back. He's like facing the other way, but he's next to the dumpster now.
Oh, okay, don't worry about that. It just looks like he was trying to fucking corner us. You know what I mean? He came in, went in the middle of the road, just looking straight at us. A little bit of tunes.
Ooh, a good song too.
But yeah, some people are like that. Anything that can bring up a topic. You know what I mean? Just like, she's your employer, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's like she wasn't able to. I guess later on she apologized, but there's a lot of people who are just like, who just won't say anything about it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they're just pissy about shit, and they just take it out on people.
Well, it's weird because she's usually very like good about that kind of stuff, but then she'll also be pissy about it. Like, I spend almost every day exclusively at her house, then I come home, smoke for a couple hours, and go to sleep.
Yeah.
And then just like fucking 2 days where I wasn't there, and she's suddenly pissy.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like I blew her off to go like smoke with someone. I had to move out.
Yeah. That's why I think the situation with you is unique, because it's like you're like solely going there like minimum like or like maximum like 6 days a week. You know what I mean? Working exclusively with her over 8 hours, right?
Usually.
Yeah. So it's like that's a you know, it's not like it's a regular job.
Yeah. And one thing that's also kind of bugging me is she keeps like bringing up the loan, and she's like, you know, I gave out the loan and I'm not charging interest or anything like that for, and the thing is that so that you'll be flexible, da 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 da. And it's like, I'm very fucking flexible.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always at that house.
Yeah, I literally already told you that I the first day, you know what I mean? One of the first days I was supposed to even meet with her, I was like, I already can't deal with her, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have the patience to do this. And we already talked about this, and you're like, well, I'm getting my van for it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, she's not very, someone easy to work with.
Yeah. She caught.
So yeah, she brings it up.
Yeah, she brings it up all the time. And,
As like a tool to make you do stuff, or what?
Kinda. She'll, like, if I say, like, I need to go look at a van at 7, I can't come yet. She'll, like, bring up the, like, oh, I gave you the loan so that you'd be flexible and I don't charge any interest. Like, first of all, I thought it was like a friendly loan. I didn't think I was gonna have to
Well, it was a friendly loan.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't. There's no. You know what I mean? It's just a friend-to-friend cash loan. You know what I mean? There's no. You're not gonna put it on your taxes or anything.
Yeah.
And so that's how it should have been, and the agreement should be just to simply repay me back within, and then you guys already put parameters. You know what I mean? Yikes! You can't freaking cancel more than 3 times and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But I still think you should probably talk to her, be like, hey, I'm gonna be working with you for another month and a half or something. Can we choose a day in which we both agree I don't need to come in or something? You know what I mean? So you can start planning stuff on that day.
Well, so far it's Friday.
Oh, okay. So you're not going in at all today?
Probably not.
Probably?
She likes to proposition me at the fucking end of after the podcast to come over, but she's been getting better at that. Because the first couple times you had to go over to the house while I was in the doctor's office, kind of thing. And now she plans for Santana and shit like that.
Santana?
Santana's the other caretaker.
The one dude? Oh, Santana. Oh, yeah, you told me about him.
Yeah, he's 400 pounds or something like that. He just lays on her.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
What you call it? Apparently, since he found out that she's going to be moving soon, he's been trying to get as much hours in as possible. So maybe she'll lay the fuck back on me a bit, so I can actually have some free time for once.
No, I wouldn't even put it that way. I just feel like, just get through this month. Because don't you get, you just need a month and a half and that's it. Literally, I don't know if she can do anything, you know what I mean? There's, even if she wanted that money back and you didn't spend it, I still don't think she'll really be able to do anything about it, you know what I mean? Even legally, you know what I mean? And, where are they going with that? Oh, so that's what I'm saying, just push through it for another month and a half, and that's it, it's literally over.
Yeah.
And then you have all the free time, you got your van, you got all that.
She was talking about having me, pay her through PayPal or something like that after she left. I didn't, acknowledge it. Just see if it goes away.
Yeah. And then, I don't know if this is bad. I don't know if I should be talking about it just in case she does, listen to this at some point. But it's
You want to pause it?
Huh?
You want to pause it real quick?
Well, it's not, bad or anything. But it's, it's not a nice thing to say, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying because of her mental state, you know what I mean? You could, suggest her that doing anything online isn't good, you know what I mean? So you could be like, oh, I heard PayPal, leaked 200 million users' information and shit like that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of leading up until the day you leave, you know what I mean? And she's like, oh, well, you worked your hours. I don't know.
Basically, I'm already past the 1,000 mark, so
How long have you been working for?
I'm not sure.
It was before January, right?
I think it was after, I think.
Dang.
Because New Year's is when I found out that other guy was gone.
Damn, yeah, it hasn't been that long. So how the fuck are you supposed to pay her back then?
Huh?
How the fuck are you supposed to pay her back then?
What do you mean?
Dude, it's only been 3 weeks. I think it's only been a month now.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck is this guy doing?
But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only been a month and a month. Because I'm pretty sure 3 weeks ago is when you told me, oh yeah, she's gonna give me money. And then 2 weeks ago you got the money and we already started looking for cars.
So I met her the 14th, and
Yeah, so it's in a month. What's the date? The 22nd? A month and a week?
well, I didn't even get the loan that month either.
That's what I'm saying. It was a week after, 2 weeks after.
Let's see. something where she said, like, bring the money.
What do you mean?
Like, one of the texts. So that'd be probably 2 or 3 days after.
Yeah, anyways. So she's. I thought you guys agreed that you'd be paying her back in hours.
Yeah.
Then why are you talking about PayPal and all that?
Because if I don't get my hours in before she leaves, then I still owe her the rest of the 3,000.
Okay, so are you calculating the hours?
Yeah.
How many hours do you have?
I have like 900 in so far in money
No,
paid off.
you had $900. No,
Yeah.
900 hours. But how many hours do you have?
I don't know the hours specifically. I've been doing it by money.
Damn,
I usually do like 9 hours a day, so
that sucks. What do you have to pay her back?
it shouldn't be too much by the end of the fucking...
Yeah, it's still. What if it's like? It's still gonna cost money.
Yeah. Especially if what you can call it. If it takes, I don't think it's gonna be like a month. I think it's gonna be like 3 months or something like that, just because she doesn't get anything done.
But I thought you said that. I thought because she doesn't want to be here. I thought she wanted to go with her mother or something like that.
Her mother's moving to New Jersey. I don't think she's going with her actually. She, even before all that, she wanted to move because she's convinced that her neighbors are all in on it.
Yeah.
So we were looking at houses for that. And she was looking for houses in like the San Marcos area because that's where her mother is.
Yeah.
But now that her mother is moving, she can go anywhere.
Yeah.
So I don't know where she's gonna go. But yeah, she has to like work that out with her realtor. I don't know how long that's gonna take. And
What's the last thing you heard?
something about an email. Like I made the email for like 2 weeks ago, and she still hasn't used it. So. There's all those post-its on the piano, and all of them I've either already looked them up or none of them make sense.
Yeah.
Like there was one that was like Mindboro Link app or something like that, and I looked it up and it's like it just says that.
Yeah.
And I looked it up and it's like a link between like a camera and like a phone. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do with that.
Yeah.
And like just search parameters that I've already looked up 100 fucking times already because she brings it up every week.
What?
It's usually the USA cigarettes or the cigarettes thing for ordering online. Like I looked it up, I went through the whole front page. None of them have like a link, or they're all. The only one that has one that you can like actually pay for just a box of or a carton of cigarettes is PayPal only. And the site's not secure.
But she wants to order cigarettes online or what?
Yeah.
Why?
Because then it doesn't have to go through like a store. The store she usually gets cigarettes from, she thinks there's something weird going on there because the owner like changed hands or something like that.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently one of them said Lenny was the owner, and there is no Lenny that works there.
You can be the owner and not work there. You know what I mean?
Like, the Lenny was the owner, is what they're saying. So yeah, she wants to order them online for cheaper.
What is it? I forgot.
You got anything?
No, I don't have anything written down. I was hoping you did. I'm good. Damn, 25 minutes. We could move on to the bud portion if you'd like.
I'll wait for that guy to leave.
Okay.
Damn, he's like in there.
What was he doing?
He's in the garbage, like stomping on the leaves and shit.
Yeah, but why is he doing
I don't know. I guess it's like a secluded parking lot where you can get away with dumping and shit without getting a ticket.
that? What was he dumping?
Like palms and stuff like that.
I'm trying to think. You could take it to the dump for free. I'm pretty sure. If it's greens, yeah. I don't know. And that's a little bit off topic, but one of the biggest soccer fields is actually in Oceanside. And it was recently built, you know, where, I gotta take you there, because I think you would absolutely love it. You know, Roberto's, I don't know, right by our school, the Mexican food place, the pizza place.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, you going not towards El Camino, but that way, you know what I mean? Away from El Camino High School. That road, you know what I mean?
The one that goes towards MLK?
No, that's this way. I'm talking about this way.
It's the Rancho Del Oro?
Yeah, if you keep going that way.
North or south?
North. So not towards the church on your way home, the opposite way.
That'd be south.
South, yeah. That way, yeah.
Alright.
So you know the next light over? Have you ever been that way? It just, there's a light and it goes to the hotels right there that are right next door, and then it just keeps going, there's a right. Okay, well
I haven't taken that right, but I've been down that road. Yeah.
Alright, well that area is an old people area for old recreational activity, I don't know. And then behind that, it used to be a fucking dump, like a big fucking hole that they put stuff in, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Then they filled it, and then on the other side of it, that's where the fucking waste management stuff is, where I was talking about, where you can dump shit. And then they built on top of, because it was basically after they filled the hole, they closed it, and then they built a huge soccer field that's like a mile long. Like during the summer when you see all the games, it's kind of crazy because it's completely flat land and you see a bunch of soccer games going on. And so yeah, it's over there.
Dang.
And it's one of the biggest ones in like San Diego.
Speaking of that, Rocket League tomorrow or tonight.
Yeah.
Hell,
You like it?
I'm fucking into it.
Why?
Because I get to play with someone for once.
Yeah, but I love Rocket League because I don't know, it's so simple, but you could do like such fun stuff about it with it. Did I even do anything cool when we were playing? I mean, you saw me go for the aerials and shit like that. Oh yeah, I was playing. I just remember I was defending the goal. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go get it, and then the ball's in the air, and I'm like, oh, he's not gonna get it, and then boom, you're boosting for it, and I'm like, damn, Adam. It was hilarious.
That part where it got punched and I grabbed onto it, I fucking love that.
Why?
You saw it, right?
With the spikes, or what are you talking about?
No, we were across the map and it was in that corner and I got knocked up into the air and I jumped off the wall, went towards it, bounced off of it, and then grabbed it with that attachment. It was in that special mode.
That's what I'm telling you.
Then I kept smashing into it and going across the map into the goal.
Yeah, I remember that. When you got shot, yeah, that was hilarious. I have it saved too.
Really?
Yeah, because on PS4, they have a share button, and if you click share and then click square, it just saves your last 15 minutes.
I wonder if I have Shadowplay. I know Shadowplay does that too. I've kind of wanted to do it. Just because that's so fucking useful.
Yeah. That's so fun. Yeah, I remember. With the hook, I remember too. It's the hook rope one, right?
There was two. There was one that like brought it to you, and there was one that brought you to it, or something like that.
Yeah. And I like the one with the spikes on it. Remember? You're like, what's this? You don't like run towards the ball.
They don't have any like tooltips or anything for them, so I have absolutely no idea what they're doing when I throw them.
That's what I love. And then like the one where you switch places with people, Oh my god! Remember, I was trying to explain that to you. I don't know if you got it, but I was in the goal, and then I ran to like bump it, and then right when I bumped it, or something, or no, I ran to the guy, and right when he bumped it, I switched places with him, and I wanted him to. I didn't want him to defend it, but ideally that's what I wanted to happen, and so I switched places and just went in out. Yeah, Rocket League's fun.
Yeah.
And they have hoops too, so instead of like a soccer, you know, it's a basketball net, you know what I mean? And it's so funny because it's only like this high off the air or something like that, but you can't. So depending on what team you are, if it's your team, the ball will go like under the net, but if it's the enemies, it'll bounce off. So the net, you know how basketball net works, you know what I mean? Instead it has a ramp for cars and the ball so it can roll up. So if it's your team, it'll just go under, and if it's the enemies, it'll roll up. You know what I mean? And yeah, and it's just basketball.
Dang.
And it's different because you get to shoot it this way. You know what I mean? So the way you defend it is underneath it, and you have to jump and hit it out. You know when I sit in the goal and I kind of just go like that or whatever? Yeah. So it's a different type of style. It's fun though. And then you saw the hockey one too.
Yeah. People were doing fucking crazy shit with that.
Because the physics of it is so weird. It's not like the ball.
How do you have to like buy all the cars or?
No, you just unlock them by playing.
Keys are fucking hard to get apparently.
They're decryptors, or they're called decryptors. Yeah.
I haven't gotten one.
Yeah. That's not. I don't care about any of that. You know, when you just start playing, eventually, like, I'm already level, like, 80 now, and I don't know, you just keep playing, and eventually you just get a bunch of shit. Like, and if you keep trading with you, actually, I can just give you shit, because I have a bunch of cool shit.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I'll probably trade with you when we play. But, yeah, eventually, anytime you see someone willing to trade, oh, you can do that, even starting now, you just type in the chat to say trade, but anyone willing to trade, just say, yeah, I'll trade with you, and usually they're willing to trade just about anything, you know what I mean? You just say, hey, what are you willing to trade? And you just put up everything that of value, and they put everything of value, and you just try to trade. And I had these old wheels that I got basically for free, because during the events like Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, or whatever, they have certain type of a different currency for that month, like snowflakes or candy corn or whatever. And that currency can be used to buy special stuff that only comes out during that month. Make sense? So during Halloween, I managed to get just enough currency to buy these Halloween wheels that I've been using for like months. And they weren't cool or anything, but they had value, you know what I mean? And so I saved it, and I just traded it for like some super rare wheels or something like that. And they were nice, I guess, but these are way sicker. And I don't know what they're called, but they look so sick. And I don't know, it's very easy to trade with people because people don't really care. It's not like CSGO, you know what I mean? Like you can get some cool shit very easily.
There's not money to be made off of it.
I don't know about that. Like on websites and stuff?
I don't know. People, like $200 knives and shit like that just kind of...
Maybe, actually. I don't know. I don't know too much about the rock. Oh, I got left. Go get the VOD. We'll reconvene in a moment. Alright, we're back. Welcome to Mildly Fatigued.
Again.
Or... Never mind, we already said that.
Welcome back to Mildly Fatigued.
This is the portion in which we become influenced. See, the cop car's gone. Didn't think a second of us.
What?
Yeah, I know, it comes. This is the part of the podcast in which we let our... How do you say this in a funny way? We let our cannabis brethren influence us? I don't know.
Stimulate our cannabis receptors.
Our cannabis receptors?
That thing fucking scares me now. Nice.
What?
This... Those couple of times where I've almost like lit my finger on fire. Actually, I think I've gotten the hair on my hand a couple times.
Ooh. Okay, so... Oh, fuck, I can't talk about my script until next episode. We have to finish this episode. Damn. Look at all this. Look at all this. It's still going out. Look at Like, it's still seeping out of the car. Alright, so new topic. Bring up a new topic.
Okay.
We're fine. Nature. You know, because they're smoking.
Yeah.
I think that's so... How do I say this? So think of New York City. You know how it's all concrete and stuff like that? And they have a dedicated place for green. What is it called? Central Park?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you think... Okay, well, now let me say this. They think that humans are going to teeter off... The population is going to teeter off at 20 billion. Right? We're at 7 billion. So if we stay at 20 billion, that's a shit ton of more people. Do you think... So I guess my question is that if I assume more cities are going to be built towards New York sort of thing, like basically getting rid of anything that's green and making it all concrete and metal, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Which way should we design cities to be more like Oceanside, you know what I mean? So they're more just grassy and shit like that? Or even like LA, because LA seems... Oh no, I like it kind of gross.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, should humans take more steps towards not destroying everything?
I like Elon Musk's idea where we go subterranean.
Subterranean?
Yeah, we've got like all this shit below us, or all this space below us, and we build up and across shit. We could just build like an apartment that goes down 200 floors.
Yeah.
And it would be way more stable than like a fucking skyscraper.
That is, but I think there's something about humans and being put in a hole, you know what I mean? That I don't know. I'm not saying that's a bad idea, but I'm saying I don't know how we would react to a fucking like a hotel underground, basically.
Well, there's human civilizations that have like lived entirely subterranean in like mountains and shit like that.
Well, I'm talking about like the human psyche or whatever. I don't even know if people like how it'd be different. Because I think like the benefits of a building going up, people can still look around. But I'm just saying, just the fact that it's underground, there's gonna be like no sound. You know what I mean? No, all the light's gonna be artificial. You know what I mean? What do you think? You're still like, fuck it, let's go subterranean.
It'll probably just be like rich people get the fucking top because they get the view.
Damn! Imagine like a 100-foot building, and like 50 of the stories are up and 50 of the stories are down. Dang! But I think this has to do with my question earlier. How do I say this? What we're talking about does have to do with what we're saying, because I think there wasn't that much thought like put into things. You know what I mean? Like a big problem with New York City is that they didn't even think about the roads, like how to lay out the roads until later. You know what I mean? So now they're like going over roads and shit like that to make new roads, and so I don't know. There just needs to be some type of more thought going into what we do.
Yeah.
Sounds obvious, but
well, I think the way specifically our government is set up, it's harder to do that because the people that build shit aren't like part of the government. They're like, I want to put a store here, and they just start developing shit there.
yeah.
It's not like the government gives them a permit to make a skyscraper or something like that. They just bought the land and decided, hey, this is a good place for a skyscraper.
Okay, fine. With that being said, you don't think anything's gonna change? You think people are gonna be like, fuck it, just build a building?
Probably, honestly. The way we're going right now, we're just like, fuck it, we like cows too much, fuck global warming. You know that, right?
Cow poop?
Yeah, fucking methane from cows is like quite a bit of the,
No, it's like a majority of it.
yeah.
So, well, that's the thing. So it's like, okay, now this is a whole different topic. So what, you want to just get rid of all meat?
Get rid of cows at least.
It's exactly, you know how much meat cows provide? It's not like we just cut one part of them. It's like we cut multiple parts of them for multiple, like, pieces of meat. Like, one cow can feed, like, I don't even know how many people. But, like, what I'm saying, it's like, what, we banish cows just to do that, or we just continue feeding people?
Well, we could replace them with chickens or
No, yeah, I get that. But I'm just saying, I don't know. I think, yes, I agree with you. We should not get rid of cows, obviously, but like make them nature. But it's like cows don't really exist without us. And then on top of that, if we just get rid of the cows, what are we gonna do with all that food? All that food that needs to be replaced. I'm saying, if you were to, I think the only thing that needs to happen right now is to be like, okay, so if we're gonna get rid of cows, this is what we're gonna do. You know what I mean? I don't agree with people just saying, oh, fucking get rid of the cows. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm not like an economist, so I can't like.
Yeah, think of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know either, but I do agree with that. But I don't agree with this is going to politics. I don't agree with the Green New Deal that they're trying to do, because they're trying to get rid of cows and they're trying to get rid of cars.
Cars?
Yeah, I've already told you this.
The only thing I've heard is from like a Seth Meyer after thing.
And what'd he say?
He said they weren't trying to get rid of cars.
They're trying to get rid of cars.
What would they replace it with?
They would take your cars and they said you have to go buy your own electric car. They didn't give any justification for how you get another vehicle. Just that your probation would be on gas cars.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's not that I am against helping the earth. It's just that what they're doing is stupid.
Well, it's not even that electric cars would solve it, because when you make an electric car, you're using more resources than if you just used a used car.
Yeah.
Until it died.
So it's like,
it'd probably honestly be better just to pay for mass conversion to like peanut oil or something like that.
ding. No, that's what I'm saying. Is that there is steps that we need to take to help the earth, but what they're saying I don't agree with at all.
How much does it really take to convert a car to electric?
Oh shit, dude! Like, are you talking about like legit? Like, you want like a Tesla one, or you want like just like a rinky dink? I made a car that's electric.
One that functions. So I guess Tesla.
Oh, okay. One that. Oh no, because you can still get one pretty cheap. You know what I mean? But it's not like Tesla status. You know what I mean? Like, you can get like you know, my mom's old white car that's like falling apart that I picked you up. If you get that car and get rid of the engine, you can put an electric motor in there, and because of how light it is, it can run it decently well on the roads. You know what I mean? But it wouldn't go fucking 300 miles like a Tesla. It'd go like 150 or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Nobody needs to go 300 miles.
What are you talking about? 300 miles? When you fill up your gas tank, that's like 300 miles.
Oh, I think you're talking 300 miles an hour.
Oh, no. I'm talking about like miles, like distance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so back to what I was saying is that if you want to build something that's cheap and can do like 150 miles, but not like Tesla status, you can do it for like decently cheap. Like, you could probably convert this fucking car with everything you have inside this car, except it's an electric engine. You could probably do it for like $5,000. You know what I mean? But if you want like Tesla status, you'd probably put like $20,000. I could see to converting the car. Yeah.
I wonder if you built the car so that the top, everything that would like get hit by sun is like solar panels. I wonder if that would replenish energy fast enough to be like useful. I
don't think so, but I think they have had cars that they design it and they're really big and wide, but they're aerodynamic. You know what I mean? And they had a shit ton of solar panels on it.
Because it's not like you don't need it to charge as fast as you're using the energy, but it would be good for when you park, it refills the tanks enough to
like 25%.
Back. Yeah, to like get back, and then you could park it outside.
And while you're driving, it's still charging.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Damn, park it outside. You know what I mean.
Yeah. So, fuck. Just yeah. So Trump's not building a wall, right? He's building like a fence or something like that.
Well, I don't know about that, because he only got 1.5 billion.
Well, even besides that, like the whole plan was
to build a wall.
You said that it wasn't to build like an actual wall; it was to build like a better fence or something. Like
It was
that.
better border security in just general, but I think he's still kind of going for the wall. But they haven't said anything yet, so it's still, I don't know.
Cause I saw a picture of him like walking, and there was like sections of different kinds of walls that he was looking at.
Oh yeah, he commissioned people to like design different walls. And like it's like nothing about them were like threatening. Most of them were like made sense. He wanted a wall in which you could see through it that can't be climbed. You know what I mean? So there's walls like this, you know what I mean? Like it would be like that, and at that top part it would be like concrete and like slanted in a little bit, you know what I mean? So it's like you can look through it, but if you try to climb it, it's like all slippery and slanted inwards. And you know, it's not like it's saying it was like threatening. Everyone like made a big deal about it, and I'm just like, he's just looking at like designs for a wall. I don't know. For someone they're calling racist, I don't know why. I don't know. Now I'm just kind of defending him.
It's something like 12 years we have or something like that, right?
They're asking. Wait, what are you talking about? For the Green New Deal?
For like global warming till it's past the point of no return.
How do I say that? That's like, for me, honestly, I don't know if you agree with that, but that's like honestly like horse shit from like propagated from the media. Once again, I still think we should do anything we can to help the earth. I still think what we're doing to the earth is bad, but just because I'm not, you know what I mean? Just because I'm disagreeing with them doesn't seem, I don't believe in global warming. Yeah, that's horseshit. Like, I don't believe any of that. She said that, like, the person who the woman who proposed the Green New Deal, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she literally said, like, the world's gonna end in 4 years, something like that. So it's like she's doing like Al Gore. I don't know if you remember what he used to say, but he used to say like the world's gonna end, and that's how he got a bunch of votes. Was basically he's like, I'm gonna save the world, basically. And he's like global warming, blah blah blah. He said all this stuff, and we're still here. You know, he said this in like 2000 something. He's like, the world's gonna end in 7 years, and it's been 15.
I find it funny that people assume that like after global warming, just nature's gonna be dead forever, kind of thing. It's like they've gone through warmings before. I'm pretty sure they're gonna survive this.
Well, yeah, it's like that's not even my argument. It's the fact that it's just the fact. My thing is that like we're doing it. You know what I mean? It's not even what's gonna happen after. So it's like for me, it's not even like, oh, okay, the world's ending. You know what I mean? That's not. It's like I'd rather just us stop in general what we're doing to the earth, because I don't think the earth deserves it. You know what I mean? But that's because like my own attachment to the earth, I guess. Why are you blowing it out?
Because if I blow it that way, it just comes right back in.
Look at that. It like spreads out. It goes through your door and it goes up through this door.
That's bad.
I got the next one if you want. This will let you. Oh, here, I'll do it. Oh, is it out?
I don't think so.
But yeah, so that's politics, and somehow we always end up just talking about politics. And it's funny because I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast, but my mom told me. My mom asked me why I was interested in politics, and I'm like, I don't know. It's kind of like, it's like drama, but in real life. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna use blue lighter.
You don't want the fucking torch.
I just use that
ooh,
one.
use this one. This is a mini torch, huh? Oh shit. Is it even on? Oh, it is on. It's just you can't even see the flame. That's how tiny it is. Is it lighting it? No, hit it again. That flame was fucking weak. to make sure you get your fair hit of your butt. But yeah, so it's, you know what I mean? And it's really easy to follow politics. I don't know. I literally don't spend that much. I watch Ben Shapiro's, he uploads once a week, and it's about an hour. It's like 45 minutes. So I spend 45 minutes a day watching that. And I probably spend another 30, like, just seeing what if anything new or really important, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like the MAGA thing that happened the other day, or like, but other than that, I don't spend that much time, and people are like, and I don't know, and I feel like people aren't spending the minimum amount of time, like even a minimum of an hour, you'll be caught up. And it's not like I'm smart or anything, it's just the fact that I'm spending an hour a day, you know what I mean, doing that.
Drink all that. It's weird to think about the way information travels nowadays. Because there's still like a period before you know like what really happened.
Okay, now this is a whole nother topic. Sorry, I don't even know if I want to go on. If you want to keep going, my topic's gonna be about that.
Okay. So like nowadays it's like something happens, you know about it instantly.
Yeah.
But it's more so you know what the source told you instantly.
Yes.
So 30 years from now, you might find out what actually happened.
Yeah.
So the information time is still stretched out all over that.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's crazy. We were talking about it in my class. So tweets and daily news, those would be under like first sources, I guess. Doesn't make sense, but they're right away. And they're not, like, thought out. Doesn't make sense? And then, like, scholarly articles, and then, like or magazines, you know what I mean? That are done, like, weekly or monthly, you know what I mean? Those are a little bit thought out.
Mm.
So there's something between, like, daily news and tweets, you know what I mean? That's different than a magazine that comes out every week or every month then. I know it sounds stupid, but tweeting was never a thing. So it's like something happened, you wouldn't truly know about it till the next day. And even then, it was still opinionated.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's crazy that we know stuff instantly. I don't even know where I'm going on with this, but it had to do with you, what you're saying. But it's crazy that we know stuff instantly. And they didn't know stuff instantly back then, but they were the information that they got was just as biased as ours is. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, this shit's still lit. Keep going. I don't think I can keep on going. Jeez.
Oh, fuck. For those of us listening,
We just hit it really hard.
yeah, we were playing Keep the Ember Alive.
Yeah, see you later.
I think anyone that's smoked weed has played that, or with anyone has played that game.
Woo. I feel good.
So I found out that the Craigslist searches I've been doing for vans, I used to do just a search bar, and then I switched it to I typed van into the category, or I forget what it was, like model or slot or whatever, in the filters, and that would bring up some. And then I switched to, on the drop down for type, you could click van, so I hit that. And recently I just did it with van, and I found out that I get way more fucking results.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you've been capping yourself?
Basically.
And make sure you're looking through the cars, too. if you type in cars and just scroll through it quickly, it's gonna be easy to know it's a van. You know what I mean? But some people don't label it as van.
Well, I'm looking at the picture.
Oh well, so I still suggest you try looking at cars because maybe sometimes they just label them as cars. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And at no point does the word van is put in there. You know what I mean? So you won't be able to know, or won't be able to find it.
Maybe.
As a suggestion.
It's just that's a lot of fucking cars.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, the dealerships, they just fill the whole pages with shit.
Yeah.
And they'll put it in owner. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Um,
That's why, on the side you can get rid of dealership, right?
that's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
there's all owner, dealership, and even in owner, there's still like a bunch of
dealers, yeah.
Yeah. And then there's people that, like, it kind of just looks fishy, so I don't look into it too much. It's like a stock photo, and
Yeah.
like one stock photo that's done professionally, and then it's like, email me at da-da-da-da.
Yeah, those are the obvious ones not to go in.
I saw, there's a minivan with a conversion top on top of it.
Damn.
For 2,900, actually it was like 3,000 or something like that. But they said they would trade for like a Honda Accord.
Damn.
So I was thinking about it. I bookmarked it, but I don't think I'm gonna do it.
But the van is low key, you know what I mean? Hella low key.
It's a weird looking minivan. It's got like the high top on it.
Yeah, I know, but that's like hella low key compared to like a camper, like what you're trying to get a conversion.
Yeah, but it doesn't have as much space.
Yeah.
It'd be like living in a truck bed.
Yeah, it'd be like living in this.
Yeah.
That's it.
Basically, yeah.
We can wrap up the podcast. We were just kind of talking about politics like we always do, talking about the van like we always do. That's why, I was thinking about, I guess we can talk about that. I was thinking about it, I'm like, okay, so when we start, because I'm starting to think about, I'm like, okay, like, the podcast is going to become a thing. And I'm like, okay, so what is this going to be? And I'm like, okay, this is for sure just going to be the show where we bring on people, you know what I mean?
Mm.
And whatever, the first show and the second show, because the second one where we're talking about movie and the script is usually we can easily, like, it's not hard for us to record like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking. I'm like, okay, for the other one, like, right away, I think we should start bringing on people. Like, that, I think that'd be the best thing, just anyone.
Mm.
And that's what that show would be. Just so it's just us talking with a bunch of other people, about whatever topic.
Yeah.
And that's that show. And then the other show would be the movie show, and it'd be just us two because we can easily carry that.
Aiden was wanting to come on, so we could do that next week.
Okay.
Yeah. So what would we do? The movie one first, and then we'd go and pick someone up?
No, like, if we were to have an office by
yeah.
this, that's what I'm thinking. By the office by this time, like, we would already have a day dedicated for the movie podcast and a day dedicated for the people podcast. You know what I mean? And, like, ideally, this is like, I don't think you understand how, like ideal, like, this would be. I would have some type of, like, film career, right, where I could just go in and do that in, like, 2 days a week where they're, like, 8 hours a day, and, like, that's all we do is just podcast stuff, or, like, whatever, you know what I mean? Or not even that, like 3 days a week for 6 hours a day. It's just podcast stuff.
Mm.
And it's whether it's in, like, it's not even like we're recording for 6 hours. It's like we get there, we have breakfast or whatever, and, like, we meet someone, and then we bring them over, record the podcast, whatever, we hang out with them after. And, like, that's the day for that podcast. And there's another day for another podcast. And I wouldn't want them, like, Saturday, Sunday. I want one, like, Tuesday, another one, like, Sunday, or, like, Friday. You know what I mean?
Mm.
That would, like how we're doing right now.
Yeah.
And then I would, like, have some type of film career in between. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Honestly, if I could, like, live off this, I'd just do this for however
Ever.
long. Yeah.
Okay, and see, that's even better, because then I know that you could just hire someone and you could focus on the podcast, and then I could just come in, you know what I mean? And I would be able to, that I know I can still focus on whatever I want to focus on, and I still have the podcast that I want to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you looked at any offices?
Not since we started, or when we started talking about it, and I looked at all the offices and shit. I have a general idea where where we could get an office for like decent price would be Oceanside and Vista, you know what I mean? And in between Oceanside and Vista are like the cheapest places. I assume it's just Ghetto or something. No, that's perfect. So I think the only thing is that we'd have to just look at all these offices and find one that's secluded, you know, so you can smoke at it. And that's it.
Yeah. If we're in the ghetto areas, they might even mind.
That's what I'm saying. Or like even some in the ghetto areas, like there's like a bunch of empty ones, and like, you know what I mean? And we could just get one in the middle or one at the end that's away from all the empty ones. And yeah. And like remember where we got the Kratom? Like there's like a bunch of offices like that, and like Oceanside where they're empty. Like there's lots where they're empty. Well, they're not completely empty, but like on one building, there's only one business in that whole building. You know what I mean? So I'm saying if we were to get one of the fucking rooms on the other side, we can get away with stuff.
Damn, is it structured like that too?
What do you mean?
It's like offices that face outwards towards the street.
But yeah, you know how you saw it?
Yeah.
You went in, there you just rent out that individual office. The only thing is it's owned by someone else, you know what I mean? So it's like if we were to do all this stuff, it's like we'd have to make sure proper ventilation and shit like that.
We just get the volcano.
Yeah, we could. And we have vapes and shit. And like we wouldn't smoke a lot, and we could record at night or something when not a lot of people are there or something. And as long as we're clean about it and we're not fucking drug dealers or something, it's gonna be sick. And sorry, not to kick off. And then like even more like ideally is like Joe Rogan status. Joe Rogan has a whole fucking building.
Really?
And it's so crazy. He has an indoor archery range. Like you pull out this archery thing, right? And it's not like it's like at the very end it's for digital, right? So you do it and there's a big screen at the end, right? Where sorry, I'm hitting my head. At the very end there's a huge screen in which animals come by and you can archer. And you can it's like a bow, and like it gets the real information somehow. I don't know how. And what else? He has like his podcast area. He has like a pool table. He has like this whole. He has just a whole building, you know, with a bunch of different stuff. A bar, like a reception area. Like it's sick. So like ideally, like we would have to buy our own building. That'd be sick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The offices are like the ones that are price range, like one room kind of shit, or
no? Yeah, they're owned by someone else, and you're just renting the. Like there's some of them you can get for dirt cheap that are 2 rooms, and I'm like, holy fuck! But it's like, you know those fucking high school with like the square? It's like metal, and there's only a square little gross cotton thing that is in between. Not a cotton thing, but like, you know the light. It like when high school ceilings.
Neon light, or I get what you're talking about.
The
Fluorescent lights.
Yeah, and then there's squares, and then with the little things that are meant to fall on people and break easily.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just like that. It looks like that. The fucking walls are tear it off. You know what I mean? That you can get for cheap in their 2 rooms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like we could get some paint. We could put some like work in it, make it decent. You know what I mean? That are 2 rooms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if 2 rooms, it's like now we got an entrance and a podcast area.
I was thinking if we got like a 3-room office with like a big area in the middle. We could do like podcast room, storage, and then like a room just for like entertaining people.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking about the 2-room thing. If we were to get a 2-room thing like right away, 1 room would be for like podcasts and like our I would probably have my computer there, so I have my setup there, and the other one would be like for entertainment. You know what I mean? Or just for people who are not in the podcast area. But yeah, I've been looking into this shit, sort of.
I wonder how we get our viewers back.
I wonder, like, even how he got viewers.
I cannot figure out what the fuck is like the correlation between it. Because I thought maybe it was like the naming structure, because most of those are just mildly fatigued episode 7 kind of thing. But there's a couple that are like named especially, and then we have a couple episodes from our normal thing that don't.
Yeah.
They don't say anything special. They say like episode 17 or whatever.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I guess we could start networking or something like that.
That's why I don't think we need a network yet until we get an office. Like, right when you get an office, it's gonna be really easy because, like, hey, we have an office. We want you to stop by. Send 100 of those a day. Eventually, we'll get 3.
I don't think you even need. I would want to do it once we get the office, but I don't think we would need to even do that. We just do it all over online.
Yeah, we could, but I don't know. There's something about them coming in and talk to them in person. It's different than online.
What do you think? Would we switch to like videoing it?
Oh yeah. I already know how I'm gonna set it up. I already know that I'm gonna make an intro for us. I know exactly how I want it. I want this thing where it's gonna be an intro that it plays every time our podcast start. So it's like I don't know, but how do I explain this? So it would play, and then like while it's playing, you'd hear voices in the background. So its whole purpose is just to kind of set up the podcast. And wherever the podcast is, I'm going to record something. And I already know I'm going to be in a wheelchair and you're going to push me. And you're going to push as fast as I can through the office. Or we're going to... that doesn't even make fucking sense. I would have to get 2 other people. Me and you would have to be behind the podcast area. You know what I mean? They would have to do what I'm trying to... So there would be someone pushing them on a wheelchair with the camera as fast as they can through the office, showing the office. And then us sitting behind on the podcast thing, you know what I mean? And so imagine that. It just goes woo, and then like boom, it like leads into the podcast. And that's like how we start the podcast off every single time. It's just a cinematic opening sort of thing.
I was thinking we'd also do like some kind of weird like office sketch every time we walk in. Like one of us sits across the table, the other one walks in and is like, "Thanks for coming. You're fired. Get the fuck out," kind of thing.
Why?
I don't know. Kind of with the theme of mildly fatigued and being in like an office building.
I guess.
But I think I like the wheelchair better.
No, yeah. I just thought like for an intro, you know what I mean? Because like they all have intros that are like, or they have like buffer screens. I guess like before the podcast starts, they have like a screen that. Like Ben Shapiro or Jordan Peterson or any of these people, they all have it, and like Twitch streamers and stuff, they have these like buffer screens, and I'm like none of them like have any like cool ass ones, and I'm like, what if I made like some cool ass cinematic one where it's kind of just like, you know what I mean? Because like, I imagine we're just kind of like sitting there like this or something, you know what I mean? Like we're seeing like badasses, and this fucking camera just comes in, you know what I mean, panning on us, and then like boom, it's like it fades to black, you know what I mean? Then we're sitting behind exactly where the same shot is, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like imagine us sitting. Oh, that'd be funny if we're in suits, but that'd be too much.
It'd have to be snappy though.
What?
The intro.
It wouldn't be longer than 10 seconds.
I'd say like on Adult Swim and stuff like that, where they have the studio names like after it's either at the start or like after it.
I guess. I don't know.
Like The Simpsons, where
I didn't watch The Simpsons.
You've never watched like an episode of Simpsons on TV.
In completion,
Yeah.
no. Like, honest to God, I watched the Simpson movie. I think, yeah, I watched the Simpson movie.
Well, at the beginning or end of Simpsons movie, it would have been like a movie theater, and it's like 2 colors kind of thing, where it's like cell lined or whatever. And one of them walks down, sits down, goes, dun 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 dun, and then
Oh, and then like
it
yeah,
shows like their logo.
yeah,
or something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. It'd have to be like that.
That's yeah, okay, yeah. That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be any longer. It doesn't say it wouldn't. 10 seconds. It wouldn't even mean that. It would be like 5 seconds long. What is one there?
No, just shifting past all the fucking garbage.
But yeah, so it wouldn't. That's what I'm saying. It just this thing that like right when we're like getting ready to start. You know what I mean? The 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown. We would just play this really quick. That's why I'm like they would probably hear us a little bit in the background.
Maybe that sick pizza.
But yeah, wanna wrap up this podcast?
Sure.
So you can eat and you can film the next one. All right, we're signing out.
See ya.
Plans for the podcast soon, maybe
Soonish.
this year, hopefully.
This year, maybe.
Global warming's fake. I'm just kidding. No, we're signing out. See you guys.
Fake news.